All right. Many people ask me about cost of living adjustments, or as they're more informally called, COLAs. And these are increases to your annual benefit, right? When we take a look at, roughly the last 5 years, you can see, there have been regular increases to the cost of living adjustment, right? And many people want to know, well, I know I'm getting these cost of living adjustments, but does it keep up with inflation, right? Am I losing money ultimately because of inflation? And if you've seen my prior video on cost of living adjustments and inflation, you will see that from 1975 to the current year, that cost of living adjustments have generally kept up with the consumer price index, which is a good marker for inflation that we as consumers feel on a daily basis. So it's something to be aware of. From this chart, you can see that it's not a flat rate, right? It's not a flat rate based on kind of on a number that's sort of throughout all the years. You can see in 2020 it was a very small amount. 2021 it was a small amount, and then suddenly in 2022 and 23, you can see the numbers went up quite a bit. Now, for those people who remember 2022 and 23, we had very steep inflation. And so, it does make sense that the numbers went up significantly during those years. 2024, it went down a little bit. I think a lot of people would argue it shouldn't have gone down as much as it did, but because of the steep rise in 22 and 23, it did kind of eradicate some of the gap that we were seeing with regard to prior year inflation, or at least the inflation that was kind of COVID related, right? So, be rest assured that the U.S. government does work to ensure that they stay in pace with inflation, and as a byproduct of that, they do raise it. Now, I think we're very hopeful that in 2025 that they raise it enough to counteract some of the issues that we've seen with inflation, because inflation is going up again in 2025. So we would hope to see that number gets increased. And the increase does affect whenever you select your Social Security benefit, it is going to be against that benefit. So if you take a reduced amount, you are getting less COLA adjustment than if you waited to full retirement, right? Or if you even waited to some of the bonus years after that. So, like I always say, feel free to reach out to me if you're experiencing something different, or you feel that there's some broader issue here. I'm glad to take a look at that and help advocate for you. But please continue to watch the videos.